Hello and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Sunday, February 3rd, 2019. I'm Linda the Lightworker, and I'm so glad you're here with me today. Wow, after such a beautiful day yesterday with the Empress, oh, I'm jumping right in. The cards are jumping all over the place. I got to go down and get this one. Couldn't wait to get here. Jumped off the table. So after all of our grounding experience yesterday, and really taking in that luxurious time, it's very possible today that you might feel a little spaced out or in your imagination and dream time, or spacey is the words that I just keep hearing. And this is a card reminding you that in that dream time, and when you allow yourself to be a little spaced out, that's when ideas get formulated. That's when we can really allow those passions and those desires that of the momentum of where we want to move forward, and where we want to go will come forward in this imagination time. So giving yourself some time. I'm listening. Spirit's like, why? Spirit says to me, like, why are you babbling when all you need to do is just listen? And Spirit's saying, this is an invitation for you to linger in bed a little longer, have some more lingering time where you can be spaced out. You don't have to be so hyper focused on your life. Allow for that creative imagination time. So I asked for some clarification. What is this all about though? But why do we need to be so spaced out? And this card almost seems opposite, but it does seem, it's very clarifying for me. I get it. So the Valiant Courage came up, and I do love this card very much. It says take action with passion. So by the middle of the day, you might be ready to start moving forward on I keep hearing a project. There's some new directions that some of you are moving into. You're ready to start doing that. And if you haven't checked out the week ahead, go ahead and do so, because come tomorrow, you're ready to begin. And this is saying, have courage. Now, the important thing to remember about courage is that, you know, courage doesn't mean that you're not afraid. Fear Fear is a valid energy, especially if you're starting somewhere and you're starting something new or something you've always wanted to do. Fear is a normal response. That's something that happens, but it doesn't have to be debilitating. If you're able to recognize that you're experiencing fear and are able to feel where it is in your body, like take a couple minutes and just sit down quietly and say, okay, I'm having some fear. I'm feeling a little prickly about something, this moving in this direction. If you're able to sit with it and see where it is in your body, really be able to identify that fear. And especially if it's in the tummy and in the solar plexus area, that I'll just use this as an example. And turn that energy of fear into excitement. Use words as if you were speaking to yourself, as your best friend or your closest partner would speak to you so lovingly and so supportively. And really, as an exercise, really do your best to harness that energy and turn it into excitement and say, and even though I have this fear, oh, I love and accept myself exactly as I am. Oh, that's EFT tapping stuff. Oh my gosh, I haven't mentioned that in a while. Have you done any EFT tapping? EFT is just, it's called the Emotional Freedom Technique. And it is being able to identify a fear or an anxiety and being able to identify it and speaking affirmations, tapping on certain points in our body, certain pressure points, acupressure points, and turning that, oh, I want to say, you know, darkness into light. It's really learning how to transform that energy of fear into something that is powerful and works with you. Because courage, I mean, having courage, sometimes it just means just moving forward, just taking the next step. So, and another thing to remember with courage is to not limit yourself by others' beliefs. So that means maybe you don't share everything with everyone, or if you know your mother or a relative or a father or whatever always has like a Debbie Downer sort of opinion about what you're doing, maybe you don't share with them what your next step is, because if you know it's absolutely for your highest good and it's for you to do well, having that discernment and sticking to your beliefs, strengthening your core, your positive self-esteem, and being able to move forward with courage, that's the invitation today. And so I said, well, Spirit, well, how do we do that? Spirit can be very practical. Spirit said, make a list. Make a list. So if you're feeling fearful, make a list of your strengths. Make a list of all the good qualities. Make a list of all the things that you've done so far leading you up to this decision. Look at how far you've come. I mean, really celebrate what you've done that has brought you up to this point. And then when you have it all written down, you're able to use that as a reference so you won't forget. And for some of you, it might be a very practical tool of making a list. Perhaps you're planning a move and there are many, many components, and you get ideas out of order. So making a list can help kind of organize that so you can have control over this fear that might get triggered. It helps streamline it and organize it so that you have the courage to keep moving forward. It's funny because this spacing out card, this Seven of Cups, I do like it. I love this. I call this a magic making card. Like when you're able to get into that imagination and really visualize, this dove flying out of your head, you're able to step into your power. Allow that spacing out time. It's a balance of spacing out and then having courage, taking some practical steps, making a list. Boy, Sunday's kind of busy, but it's good stuff. It's good medicine, and it's going to help you clarify your vision and keep you focused on your positive path, living your soul purpose one day at a time, and slowing down all that negative talk that might be still out there, that chatter that you just don't need a part of anymore, and walking away from that, loving and blessing it, trusting that you're moving forward on the right path, and taking it just one day at a time. Well, I'm so glad that you stopped by. I hope you know how much I love you and how proud I am of you. And just write it down. Let me know what you're working on. If you need someone to talk to, take a message me down below. I love comments. I'm also available for a private reading if you're having issues like clarifying where you want to go, or if you just need a little bit of extra spiritual support as you're moving forward. I am available for hourly sessions or half-hour sessions, and my rates are affordable to work with you so that you're able to reach your goals and we can help each other together. All right, my dear, until next time, I love you. Make it a great day. Write it down.